Alright, so this can be a quick video on how to build warlock. I am only level 20, so take this with a grain of salt. This will be how to build warlock up to level 20. So let's start off with my stat allocation. So it doesn't. Okay, so you only get a level up at level 3. So at level 3, I put 1 point in Constitution and 1 point in Charisma. And you can just see on the screen. I will go over the reason why I did that. I put let me go here. Charisma is for talking. So most of force, personality, persuasiveness, and leadership. I'm not sure how much of that is actually flavor text. I think that has to do with followers. I have 2 followers. I have a soul puppet and I have a healer that follows me around. None in wisdom because I don't heal. I decided to, when it came time to pick my subclass, I decided not to heal, to do damage. So intellect, int describes how well a character learns and reasons. What it is good for is magic damage boost, which you're gonna want. Oh, I forgot. Charisma is also recharge speed. So I believe that has to do with how fast your spells come back. Yeah. Let's see what else. Dexterity doesn't matter. Movement speed, because I have something that allows me to dodge. And I wanted my character to be good at doing damage and some healing, minor healing for himself. And then Constitution, which I also mainlined. My favorite reason for picking Warlock is it is a very good solo class. If you want to try out this game, then I would strongly advise picking Warlock. You do get companions later on, and you can pick a healing companion. I would recommend picking that one. Strength is physical damage boost, damage recharge. The only thing I have that uses stamina in this class is like a dash ability. But I don't like to rely on running away. I like to actually try to like get in there and do damage. I do tend in fighting games of any kind to fight like a crackhead. So sort of, to get in there, just sort of somewhat knowledgeably flail with my abilities, if that makes sense. So these are like, I'm not gonna spend too much on this screen. It will tell you, this game will tell you like what all this does. It tells you what everything does. And see, history doesn't matter. Let's go to enchantments, which you also get fairly early on. I did. What is it? It is for. Let's see what the name is. It's. I can't see the name, but you will be able to see the description. It's for. Okay. Yeah, so it shows what it does, and when you get quest rewards, it will show you recommended. Like it recommends to do this. I would, unless you know anything about Dungeons and Dragons or Neverwinter, I would recommend going with what they recommend, right? Um, it hasn't really started fucking me over, and when you get to level 20 where I am, you start to have an idea, 20 and before, um, where you want to go with your character, right? Let's see, and then there's, income and healing. So it shows that only one's checked. It may be different. So the only thing that's active is critical severity. Another thing that is active for this is incoming power. As power. What I picked the 2 blue ones for was incoming healing because I thought it would help with my healer. It does show there's only one active, so I think that's the thing. And then let's get into gear. This is just stuff I got from doing what's it called? From just I do all the side quests. As a solo player, you're going to want to do all the side quests, and the great thing about being a solo player on that small side note is that you're going to want to actually do everything. So let's see what I have for my boons, or for my abilities, right? So when it came to picking feats, this is what I have. And there's just so much to read, and I don't want to bloat the video, but I will try to spend some time on each feat. And when you get to like I said, when you get to feats, you will start getting an idea as to why I picked this. So a warlock is good for you as a player, but you want things that give you like extra party members, right? So there's an ability, something you can pick here that gives your soul puppet, makes it always active, right? And that gives you a party member. And then before that, you get, what's it called? You get a companion, right? So you get a healer, and you get a damage dealer, or what would be considered an assassin, or the relevant class. So you get a paladin, and you get a rogue, would be like a rogue, sort of like somewhere along those lines. So you have DPS and you have a healer, and so you have a 3-man party at that point. And everything I have works into curse synergy, and it shows you, right? It shows you what you want to, just different things. And it's the problem with showing guides with this is it's very different per person, but I just want to show you what I have, and I have gotten very far in the game right now, as far as where I am. Boons are very important as well. So I would say critical strike per rank is good because the way I see it is like if you're using a spellcaster like I am, which like I said, you want to do some kind of spellcaster as a solo player, and then sort of like build your free members you get around that. Is critical strike, right? And that will also help with healing. But what this doesn't tell you, and I wish it did, is what critical strike is for. Um, and either you can crit for damage or you can crit for healing. And the way I see it with like how my warlock is like flavored is that you have magic which doesn't really do like physical damage, and then there's like the couple times when it's like you just imagine your fireball or whatever it's like piercing the person, right? Um, which is it's good. Where magic does damage, but it doesn't do a lot of critical damage, right? If you think about it, like it makes sense. It's not a physical weapon. Whereas physical-based characters, once you fire bows and use like actual like hand-to-hand, get more like critical strikes because they're actually hitting something, right? And then as you go along, there's different ones. Um, I'm not sure if this is different per class. Uh, Excuse me, sorry for the yawn. Okay, companions. I have my healer. I just put, yeah. Uh, he's different than what you would get because what's the word? I leveled him up, and you can do that in companion options. You can just go here. I would save these. I'm not sure what these are for, but I would use these, which you can get for doing doing different things, and it will like when you get to the point where you start getting these things, it will explain them to you. It does a pretty good job of explaining things, but you want to pick up the quest to learn those things, right? Even if it just gives you a little bit of gold. I'm in my shop now. You need gold for a lot of things. Um, and you might need even more in a party or a guild. Um, so that's how far along am I? That's my warlock. I'm not really using anything special. Is my combat powers, which is it even shows like you can press like whatever if you're on console or if you're on PC, it will show you like on the screen what buttons to press. You're not going to be wondering what buttons do I press to get to a menu. It wants you to play the game. The people who may just want you to play the game and they want you to enjoy yourself. So they try to make it very easy as possible as what to do. So that's the video. Thanks for watching, and have a